Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.
Okay, Fambulem, una good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, wherever una day. Afumami na piari sekeno. Bonde siakbele. Awua kawiena. Today, we'll start with a different tone and in a different way. You don't tell when they gaslight we in a Sierra Leone. Don't tell when they tell we things that we're not correct. Now we don't reach the stage where if we're able to begin to sit down and look at things them and say, no, this wouldn't we so, we not agree. Okay, this wouldn't tell we so, it's correct. We welfare, we progress. Everything we therefore make we what we want be. Now a choice we'll get for make. Life is a choice. How you choose for live, now so life will live with you. Yes, we believe religion. We believe everything we believe. But the human being gets the power to make choices, and then choices here, and then they determine how things then get to happen to we. The human being again will get responsibilities. With responsibilities also now a matter of choice. Some of we know certain things, we acquire certain knowledge, we learn certain things, and we make a choice, say, we go use this for help people. Others, then get the same knowledge, they make a choice, say, then go use them for themselves normal. Whichever way we make a choice in life, the one thing about life, the truth, is always there for us to find. And the truth is what is going to make us understand waiting for do, how for do waiting right, waiting not right. Truth not to something where then they dictate to you. Truth not to something where then they say, now this, now the truth. Truth is something where they discover. If we find out. If we not find out, it go they right before we face, but we not they know say now the truth than they. Truth not to something then they force by you. We get a choice. And the choice they come out from our beliefs. What you believe, now they affect the truth way they understand. What's in true for me may be wrong for the next man. But there is always one level where the middle, where whichever way we look at them, that middle road, na the best road. That make some people say there are three sides to a story. My side, your side, and the truth. The truth, na the middle. The truth, na the factor where they bring we together. The truth does not divide, it brings together. If you then they talk to any side, division they that true, not to truth. Sierra Leone, as Aki always say, a country will belong to every Sierra Leonean. Sierra Leone, as Aki always say, a place with a lot of potentials. The potentials where that country get, no Sierra Leone are not supposed to be poor. But what is the truth about why poverty they will do it? What is the truth? Now, people outside responsible, or now we self the people are responsible? These are the questions. This not the question and that try for talk clear because somebody been the grumble say may not they talk clear. Sorry about that. This not the question what we need for the ask we self always. And for make we know the truth, we get for find out what in which man call research. We get for find out. Then we look around. Then we not go too far. Look, come close to we, Guinea, next door. For some of we don't carry it small, whether it's plenty bag rest them. We know see up to 1980s, Guinea not been developed. Guinea now be a country where all man they run commodity because they say the country stronger. For some of we don't carry it small, we know say Ghana, after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah in 1964, Ghana becomes so tough that they take you to brush, you go to shop, then squeeze toothpaste, you pay 20 cedis. Ghanaians will be moved all over the world. Some they walk by foot. Sorry, I get small itch now, me too. One season they change you, they get a lot of this flu. Sorry about that. Some they walk by foot from Ghana. Then they come small, then get sewing machine, then get other things them. Then they come along the way, they work for people them, stitch them, clothes them, then get money for eat and sleep, for pay them transport. Say some carry salon, some come out salon, go Guinea, some go to Gambia, say some can Europe. But Ghana, with all the hardship we then suffer, they may get certain things them will be the basic. Guinea, with all the hardship we then suffer, they may get certain things that were the basic. Food was in abundance. Electricity been there. Although it not been there all over the country, but Conakry been get electricity. Water supply, them been get them. Now we go further afield. Now take certain common arguments where people like make say, and because of one party state, make Sierra Leone dey so. And now they can't stand judge or witness or lawyer for nobody. Because Sierra Leone is as it is because the political class, the intellectual class, have never been serious about making Sierra Leone what it should be. All of us, I'm not putting myself. But looking at the argument of one party state, La Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, then get one party in 1990. And President Felix Houphouët-Boigny, and bring independence, and go take independence from France. By 1960, he declare one party. Then they with this one party state up to 1993. But within that period, where some of we at the time grew up, we in the day Sierra Leone, we dey refine music from Abidjan, Radio Abidjan. People let me they talk about how Abidjan fine. How all thing day, electricity day, water supply day, this day, that day. As a matter of fact, they call the Petit Paris. Why are they go around all of this? Not to for justify anything. Now for tell we Sierra Leoneans say, we country, if we not stand up, well I say stand up, not of all cutlass and gun, but if we not stand up mentally, if we not stand up psychologically, if we not look at how we go make care for we all, if we continue say, me and my, the basic things them of life, we go always lack them. A lot of we then at the diaspora will come the first thing they can our mind, oh, I want bills. Begin yagba. Every morning they come on a use. Some man they come on a money, they can't say the midnight. Spend all in life the yagba. At the end of the day, some they fortunate, they able to get something built, some they on misfortune, then they misuse their money. But let us ask, with all their efforts then they, where you don't spend all your life, don't yagba for do all that, in a place where basic water not there, basic electricity not there, the roads are not good, health facility not there. If it dey safe, not for any serious purpose, how you expect for able go spend your last days in such an environment? Is it safe for you to go at old age where your organs and everything don't they deteriorate? But go sit down at a place where good medical facility not there, clean water. If you want them pass, it cost you a lot of money. Is it safe for you, even in a young age, for going to a place where good medical facility not there, water not there, electricity not there. In case of emergency, nothing can be done because the only best way we maybe go get the best treatment now for make them travel with you out of the country. And not to you get other man in country. Emergency happen, you get for wait for visa, you get for get air flight for left your country, go wherever they go. I like na Guinea they go with emergency, except where you be say na ECOWAS state, you may not need travel documents because you get ECOWAS citizenship. But the fact that you get for travel from Sierra Leone to Conakry, which is about 3, 4, 5, 6 hours journey by road, about 1 hour 45 minutes by air. Why don't we, with all we potentials, with all we resources, why shouldn't we have those basic facilities in Sierra Leone? Why is it that 64 years after independence, power supply has no more idea? Now, electricity don't turn like gold. When you see them all man glad, hey, lights don't come. Water for drink. A challenge for we. My question is, what next and why? Today, with all this introduction, because it's not introduction, I don't do so. I wonder we look at 3 things in Sierra Leone, and now we look at the system we'll get in place, the policies we'll get in place, and what in are the potential. If we say, let we get electricity all over Sierra Leone, to the last village. That's not impossible. That's not rocket science. That's not rocket science. In this life, everything is a choice. If Sierra Leone chooses to have that, it can be done. But the point at issue is, the people them who they elect say, "Una go manage their affairs." Do they really care to provide them basic facilities here? The people who they elect say, "Una go manage their affairs." They really understand what him for do and how for do them. Now take note, care and understanding. A lot of we they say, "Oh, no problem, now leadership." Yes, it is leadership. But leadership, not to something they come out far we come to meet we. Now part of we. Now we character, we behavior, we understanding of how for live with each other. Now they provide we leadership. Now this make the one that we understand that say a people get the type of leader they deserve. If we get a leader today, where every day they not plane they go, where they talk vex kill, don't look inside we self. Don't look amongst we self. Because then a one man, and that one man, they act different from any of we. If not all of we, they act so safe. But set of Sierra Leoneans, they where they act, we believe, where they think, we want things for be so. So he has them to draw from. He gets support from them. For a country like Sierra Leone, with close to 8 rivers, if I'm not wrong, because when you take the northern border of Sierra Leone, na Scarces River. You take the southern border of Sierra Leone, na Moa River. We get rivers, they flow north-south. Then they flow from inland, from the east, and country to the coast. We get hills, we get valleys, we get plateau. Boden River, they pass through, then you get waterfalls. Not one waterfall in Sierra Leone. We get Bumbuna, we get Pampana, we get Teye. The river, they all get waterfall. Sewa, because you get a line in Sierra Leone, we come off from the north, take the south, we then call the escarpment zone. That's some kind of plateau. Now they travel by road. When you go towards Tayama, remember say when I get for claim something like a hill. That plateau where they see so, it go north south Sierra Leone. So all the rivers where they run, then get waterfalls. And where there is waterfall, it's easy to generate electricity, although it's expensive. Let's not look at the cost yet. In this life, the cost can be exorbitant, it can be high. But if you get the will for do something, you will find a way for raise the money. If you not get yourself, you will take loan, you go get people and say, okay, but Nakalo do this business, let all man can contribute so that when this thing will work, all man go get span the profit. Now so a lot of companies in the world they operate. Then companies where they go salon, go to one pussy money. Some na bank loan. Some they go take loan from other financial institutions. Then therefore pay back that loan. One of the reasons this will make them companies, then they can try to get the best advantage in the contract so that they will pay the loan and get small to the left na there. We Sierra Leoneans, we able come together and say, let we all put our 1 cent, let we all put our $1, let we all put $100, $50 into a safe bank account where nobody no go tamper with. That money they let we invest them. We can invest for produce electricity. We can invest for produce water supply. We can invest even for mining. That is, if the one they will they elect, then ready for show we say, we can trust them for put we money na a public account, and that money they nobody no go take them, he misuse them, like in the cousin of God, or na in papa die left salongian. I make at the beginning I say, life is a choice. Sierra Leoneans have a choice to make. And that choice is about the direction where we want the country to go. That direction, not to God they can create them for we. Not to God they can elect to that get for do them for we. God don't make we, he don't give we all the powers we need. He give you the ability for think, he give you the ability for move, he give you the ability for design and make things them. But if we amongst ourselves not try for work with the truth, and that truth where they unite we, that truth where they make we build trust, that truth where they make we be honest with each other, We then say, okay, Lord, put this money for this. We use them for that purpose day. The profits come, all man get pan the profit. If we not try for do that, if we feel say we smart, Sierra Leone will always be as it is. And if Sierra Leone continue for be as it is, hey, some of you now they go there, they go back, they go below. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time and you're putting your life at risk. Not a risk from one idiot we saying a politician who go and kill you no more. Even the environment, the fact that clean water not there, the fact that safe electricity not there, all man for begin find ways for provide electricity for themselves. We most of we not specialize pa. All man one buy generator. Almost of we sabi for maintain generator. That pollution alone from that generator now a risk. The noise alone from the generator now a risk because too much noise they affect we mental stability. Now we try for damping the problem. This has always been the problem with Sierra Leone. When we have an issue to deal with, we not look at the issue, we look at quick fix, quick solution. A quick fix now and bring with us how this today. The British were not the nicest guys. The British never wanted to develop Sierra Leone because if they had wanted to develop Sierra Leone, then if we left a good plan, we will for able to use and develop. They were there to exploit the resources. Even the so-called almighty railway, that contraption will be get to the Allah. Oh, it take almost hour for come out free to reach Songo. Remember, Songo train been there, been they ride them. All them contraption they then put them not for we interest, now for exploit we resources, cacao, coffee, this and that. Because they don't tire, they don't shame now for the use of people that are slave for the tote from Pendembu, take come free tongue, then they now mock them tote them, then say, Lord, make railway. They made a railway. That was good. That was good. That was an infrastructure that would have taken us to the next level. After the British left, up to the 1970s, every town in Sierra Leone being get a Blackstone generator. They make noise if you did near the powerhouse. They burn that heavy oil. They fire, they smell the oil. But that was also good. Water, all the towns, they may get pipe water. That was also good. Even though they're not been planned for the growth of the towns, then we expect we for plan for that growth. But what did we do? We, the educated Sierra Leoneans, who go take independence come, rather than we sit down and say, what thing will meet you? What thing will take you? Let's see how we go improve this. So we sit down first and foremost, begin thief what in there. If anybody tell us say corruption a recent thing in Sierra Leone, that person don't understand Sierra Leone. Yeah? Even before independence, corruption they don't begin. Even before independence, only that it was controlled. At the Yaribi Milton Magai started it. Ibilos na Hillcourt Road, Wilberforce Junction. 3 stories. Yesterday, as I dey talk, yes, he was a medical officer working for the government of Sierra Leone, in which at that time, not be able to build that kind of house. Yesterday, it's almost opposite to side and say bank lodge or whatever. Where they claim he'll cut road for go join main Wilberforce. You see one 3-story or 6-story or 4-story house team up so. I mean Timagai been build a house as prime minister. We know several other houses that more than been built about that time. So now we put this party politics aside. Now we put justification of nonsense aside. Now begin look at Sierra Leone. 64 years we've been running around the same circle. We've been doing the same things, expecting different results. And on the way, Sabi with my book or Igbo in book, then say doing the same things and expecting different results. Now the definition of insanity. The Frenchman say imbecile. Who's it an imbecile? We get for look at ourselves as a people. We get for ask ourselves a lot of questions. We get for try see which models then go work for we so that we all go work together as a people. I always they say Naya that we all na blood relatives na Sierra Leone. It no matter whether they talk Mende, whether they talk Timini, Loko, or Limba, or Kuranko, or Shabro, or Vai, or Kisi, Fulani, we all na blood relatives. One, distinctly within a zone in the upper Guinea coast, we all related because the people them from Senegambia, they come to La Côte d'Ivoire. They don't live together for decades, for centuries. They don't intermarry. That man go tell you saying a fuller man. But if you check in DNA, you get Malinke DNA. Then they go tell you saying a Malinke. If you check in DNA, you get Fulani DNA. Then they go tell you saying a Mende. Check in DNA, you get Malinke, you get Fulani DNA. We are all blood relatives, people of the same background, people of the same culture. When you look at Sierra Leone, now one culture you see. We get different traditions, but now one culture then at Sierra Leone. The same way now they build us, the same way now they cook food, we dresses them are the same, we music them, then get varieties, but not the same. We habits them, not the same. In fact, most of the key traditions are the same. And across the language groups here, you get people there who they carry the same surname. Kamara, Kuruma, Sise, Bangura, Conte, Tarawali, Toure. What is so difficult for us to understand that it ain't with best interest for work together? What is so difficult for us to understand that if they give you public office, you get a moral and an ethical obligation for take care of everybody because everybody now you fumble. We're not able to do all them things here because we don't put inside we head a lot of false beliefs, a lot of falsehood. We would rather be riding private jets with people in the sleep in the dark. We would rather be riding private jets with people them not get clean water for drink, they not get hospital medicine for take, they not get motor car, we then call ambulance for go hospital where they sick. And we boastfully, with stupidity, they say, God, don't help me. When the Sierra Leonean do bad to encompass Sierra Leonean, when the Sierra Leonean contributes towards creating problem for encompass Salomon, he feels he's a special select of some God that does not exist. The God will not understand as Sierra Leone, not they exist. God not partial. As a matter of fact, God gave us equality by creating each and every one of us with an ability. He creates each and every one of we with a talent for use. And if we use them properly with we come immortal man, we they get profit. Wealth is made when you use your ability and your talent for the betterment of humanity. Because it's then that you make profit. People come to you to use your good or your service. Not when you think say you smart for misuse, the small one I get, then you when people then grumble, you say, then they're against me. Now you they sit down there, they talk say, you know Riobo. Some of you now I get for trouble show now it. And when show first they will be small, then they say they all over salon now, not the area button. Because when show in time done. Why don't we have electricity? Why don't we have effective water supply? If my memory can take me back a little bit, sometime between mid 1970s and even up to mid 1980s, Sierra Leone been get constant electricity, water supply been good, even rural areas been get water supply. I remember, and the relics then they take today for sea. When you go like mile 91, you go Tayama, you go even Bo Town, Bo City, right now the center, that Galu Road area, and get a tank with fiber like a ball. That tank now been part of the rural water supply, where they make sure say every chiefdom headquarter get water supply. Now a French Canadian company what they call Degrement. And then we go build the tank then they and then we put the water supply in place, then we get small treatment plants. Well, all those things were done with the aim that we can use them for kick off our economy. People then go make profit and gains, then things go grow. At that very moment where they talk so, the country to the whole the place, China, they were also developing. At that time, the Chinese, they all been they wear uniform. Yes, one clothes, one kind clothes. And they all been they wear. They make a different color. But we see one set of people now the same like our get school uniform no more. That's what the Chinese they been the dress. That was the time they came to Sierra Leone. Then build stadium, then build police headquarter, build UU building, Mange Bridge, Dam na Dodo na Kenema district, then build Mabas na Tonkolili district. At that time, we dey ask yourself na them people how they all na uniform, then they work like water ducks, all man dey in line, Nobody know they talk boku. All man they woke. We never realized that these people were operating with a united mentality. We never realized that these people had that outlook, say, let us do this for all of us. When I remember from 1970s, 80s, now China is almost the biggest economy in the world, if it is not. People can transform themselves. People can change themselves, but it's a matter of choice. And that choice has to be collective. One man not go they say this, then they say that. You know they work. You know they work. You know they work. We all get forget a united voice. And that united voice not for be driven by ego. It should be driven by facts, researched and concrete facts. Say, if we plant cassava naya this month, by next year, we expect to get 2 or 3 cassava harvested. You don't develop by ego. You don't develop by daydreams. You develop by conscious, systematic, and sustained efforts. And the efforts they for be based on facts them where they agree say yes, this is what I believe will bring this thing or will get this thing done. This is how I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes, I'll do it. Electricity. We had it. Then it disappeared. Then we started seeing semblance of it coming again. And now it disappear. But then they tell us, oh, we are doing well. We've installed this amount of solar. You know, we get for stop for gaslight we self. We get for stop for the preach waiting we self understand say will not bring change or development. Solar, the one that we make them, then they use them minimally. The French were the first people to begin to experiment with solar. Then came the Russians. I could remember. Remember, at the school, somebody become study Russia, and be a medical officer, one Dr. Dumbuya, SS Dumbuya. He came with certain solar batteries and panels where he been travel all over the place with. There was one time where he been work at the same hospital. Usai my mama them been transfer, so holiday term, I been they go visit him about them because now we been they walk around. Dr. Dumbuya had solar. That was sometime around the 70s. By then, nobody not been think say solar go be big deal today as I be so. Solar is good, but solar demands a lot of discipline. One. Two, solar is a temporary quick fix. It's not permanent because the cells they deteriorate, the batteries they deteriorate. After 10 years, you get for change them. Maximum 10 years, you get for change them. And when they deteriorate, it become an environmental issue. Then batteries, then cells, then you feel about like computer and smartphone. Then smartphone, I will get. Look, I get 2 or 3 around here. We still the works and don't crack. I they manage them. But at the end of the day, when it completely go out, I know they just take her throw away. Electric bulb, I know they just take her throw away. Batteries for lighters, then thing and they, no matter which shape, you just take her throw away. Then get specialized people them where they deal with them. You get way where they package them, you carry and go to a certain point to go put on there because they want to make sure see battery not litter all over the place. The car would not litter all the environment with plastics. So this is a challenge solar is going to come with. I know they say no fine for now, a fine because not temporary solution. The best we can do with solar in the next 5 to 10 years, let us use it to promote change that will graduate to bigger and more permanent and safe water power supply. That's an alternative. The next alternative we get is instead of with the fully people let's say, oh, they can't give on electricity, let we look at the permanent solution. Several technologies don't come now where it easier for generate electricity, permanent, heavy electricity, where even the people in a village, the electricity go able to turn their rice mill, it go turn their machine them, then go begin industrialization at the village level, which solar cannot do. If solar get for do that, it get for take big tracts of land. Because the power where you need for run small industries when a solar they give you, not a small tract of land they take. Solar as it is, can able to provide we with electricity for light wheels, begin and study. But electricity is not only for that. As a matter of fact, the website technology they reach now, the demand for power they increase every day. Now everybody they talk about AI, chat GPT, then get all kind AI now. Do we know the power demands of those tools? Anybody who they use them, say when you they use them on your computer, it get high demand for energy. The servers them where they run then technologies then get high demand for energy. So solar cannot provide that if we want to begin to teach our children those technologies. We therefore begin look at the more sober areas for provide electricity. And Sierra Leone as it is, get a lot of potentials. We get the potential for generate between 1,500 megawatts to 5,000 megawatts of power. It depends on which approach we take. If we take the singular approach, say, now develop all where hydroelectric potentials in Sierra Leone, where in most cases may be costly, we can generate safely 1,500 megawatts of power. The country need as at now is about 500 megawatts of power. So which means if we are capable to generate 1,500 megawatts of power, if we get a national grid we connect to the West African power pool, we can put electricity in the West African power pool and make profit from it. If we develop other areas of power generation, remember we'll be small, then we get generators them when a steam, they boil, it turn the turbine, Black Hole Road, and I've been one of them. I've been a steam turbine. But that's also been very expensive for maintain because they told them be they burn for make it produce steam, na coal where then they import from England. That told them be they do coal mining. And the same coal, na them be they import for run some of them locomotive where the railway been get. For the British, it was okay. They were doing it for business. Then be they get profit. But for we, it's expensive. But we can still get steam turbine in Sierra Leone. There are several ways we can look at. I remember in the 70s, where they may get the oil mill then Sierra Leone, Daru, Matru, etc. The oil mill there, na the banga in chaff chaff. Now them they take burn, then produce power for run the oil mill through steam turbine. We can look around Sierra Leone. There are a lot of things, biomass, we can use for produce electricity. For the sake of environmental safety and the proper management of our environment, maybe steam turbine can be giving us between 100, 150 to 100 megawatts of power. Especially if we look at using a renewable resource like the mangrove swamps they will get. It can produce, we can use them for burn and produce electricity through steam turbine. That's how then they produce then foodstuffs like palm oil, gari, then waste then they would left, then can use them for burns and produce electricity. The hydro also, we get cheaper means for produce hydroelectricity. There is a new technology where you no need for build a dam. What you need now moving water. You give them a particular gradient, let the water move very fast. You get your turbine, like it is stand, it is turn, and call them vortex technology. Countries all over West Africa and East Africa they use it now. Kenya is using it. Guinea is using it. And the beauty about some of them recent technologies, then some of them, if we get the right type of mentality, if we engineers them come together, then begin think business like, they can design a model where we go able to generate electricity locally. No matter the beauty, also can show picture, look, boom, boom, na dam. We don't need the beauty, we need the function. The Chinese started with uniform. A story they say when the Chinese them been buy them first tractor from Russia, then say la now for make this so self go begin make kuyon. Then scatter the tractor, then fix them back. The cogs them and the gearbox. I think then fix one or two wrong. So then start the tractor, boom, 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 boom. Then put on gear one, they go reverse. Then say, well, we don't try. Now look back what's wrong. They got it correct. Change and development, not a magic, na consistent practice, na consistent experiment. We can start with local technologies. We get people that are machiners. We get engineers. We can sit down, we design something. We get a dynamo with a ton for produce power. Little drops of water makes the ocean mighty. One side they wanna produce 5 megawatts, another side wanna produce 10, put on at the grid. If we need 250, if we get 20 places where they produce 10 megawatts, we don't get 200 megawatts. The 50, we can find another way forget them. This is how change happens. This is how development happens. Just like what people can say, they wait until you gently before you go married. If you plan for married, you and the woman alone have develop. And the same way development will take place. But we want everything ready-made. The attitude of affluence, exuberance. Now you make even we corrupt. Man go day, get comfort of back 9 foot. Get in public office by tomorrow morning. They see and they wear the most expensive chain and watch. They wear the most expensive shoes. If you want, in the next 1 week, they begin ride SUV. Say, God don't help me. The God that helps us to destroy ourselves. That's what we have in Sierra Leone. We able to generate power enough in Sierra Leone and even export power. But do we have the will? Do we have the mentality? We may have the will, but we may not have the mentality. What do I mean by the mentality? One thing we say Leoneans get for move away from. Yes, government should be there to control. Government should be there to ensure equity and equality. But not to everything government for do. Certain things then yes, na government in duty. Education, a government in duty. Because the state now for invest in the development of the human resource of the country. When you invest in the human resource, you don't create development. That human resource, they transform the economy. That was what China did under Mao Zedong. Health, a government in business, especially for a poor country with a wish for develop. Because a part of the development and sustenance of the human resource. A healthy population is a productive population. This is what the Scandinavians say. I make in Scandinavia, then careful about the health of the people. And careful. One, they're not the first people for work overtime. Overtime, but then get limits. They work beyond 4 hours overtime per day. If you work weekend, they work during the week. When you work weekend, then they pay double wage per hour. Then say if you get time for leisure, if you get time for rest, because your health matter in the chain of production. In Scandinavia, if you sick, you go hospital, you get doctor paper, you go then house until you well, then still they pay you money. The employer, they pay some percentage, the welfare office, they pay some percentage. Because they care about health. Power supply. It's mostly what they call public-private partnership. Me, I get one book now where they run near me as I can come on a money in the area. If I get people that can make arrangement, that book there, we can generate 1-2 kilowatts of power from her. We put her at the grid. But we put her at the grid, the company there, the car will get EDSA. Where and then they sell them, then pay we for what to put. And call them BKK. In Norwegian, then say BKK. K is co. Now them, they do the job like our EDSA. But the generation of electricity, it's in the hands of several people. When they generate electricity, then put them. It no matter 1 megawatt, put them. 20 megawatts, put them. 1,000, put them. 1 kilowatt, put them. Once you sign contract with them, you put your electricity into the grid, they will pay you for what you put. You pay as you earn. That's I would say. We have not been able to develop electricity and water supply in Sierra Leone because the policies around them, now they allow growth in the industries there. The policies around them still they make certain people and feel say electricity and water supply for be a gift sort of from government. And we want gifts from government, but let me ask a simple question. How many of us are effectively paying taxes in Sierra Leone? Just face that fact. Government is not a cash cow. Government is not a cash cow as some people have made it to seem. They have made it to seem that way because the minute you give them a public service job, then they misuse the meager resources where they did for their own benefit. They live better lives, now they live in squalor, so now they see government as a cash cow. Government is not a cash cow. Government is a poor institution. The unity of purpose of the people them, the ability of the people them for come together, now they make una able, make una government rich. If we want to provide services in our country, if we expect the government to provide them services then the first thing we will think of is, are we ready to pay for those services? Yes, somehow they pay it, sir, and now they get like, yes, true, true, true. But effectively, how many of us are subscribing to build the wealth of the nation? Then, added to that, how many of us will go into a public office? Say, okay, la do me work, la not thief money now. You see, these are the things we have been talking in the beginning, say, the truth. We therefore find out the truth and work with the truth. There are a lot of things wrong about the way they do business in Sierra Leone. There is a lot of impressions we have that are wrong. We impressions are wrong because for you at the outside, you see government as a provider. For the out the inside, you see government as a private business. So this situation and they make we not able to provide most of the services that we need for provide. We can turn them around if we're ready. But make we turn them around, we get for turn within the inside round first. Sierra Leone can able electrify itself from now. This is 2025. From now to 2035, we able electrify Sierra Leone. And when I talk about electrification, not to solar is part of it. Solar can continue, but let it be for domestic use. But they talk about electrification so that we go begin see industries they grow, Now the rural areas, industries, they grow all across the country. We go allow people them for able to create jobs for people them. We know to government in business also. Because most people think it's the job of government to provide jobs. No, government has to provide the policy and the environment to make the private sector come and provide jobs. There are a lot of things where we need for change in Sierra Leone, but we need for change the way we understand life. We need for change the way we understand the relationship between we as a people. And more so, those in politics, on a need for change, on our attitudes of being bosses. You are not bosses of the people, you are servants. Any money una they receive, why so na then at the offices, then they are the people and tax money. And then they pay una for do the work we then supposed for do. And the Constitution of Sierra Leone is clear about that. Chapter 2, Section 5A and B say, sovereignty belongs to the people. The power and authority with the government they use is derived from this sovereignty. That same section say you for care for the security, the welfare, and the economic well-being of the people. So you are servants to the people. Begin to know that and begin to act that. God is not stupid to make you the up yonder, wait for work for people, he dey bully them back. If Sierra Leone cannot make progress, you, the politicians, need to answer to certain questions. Have you been doing your job since 64 years? If not, would you sit down and think about how you could begin to do your jobs properly? A country we don't begin mine diamonds from 1930 effectively to now. Look on to 1930 to now, almost years. Botswana began mine diamonds in the 70s, 75, 76. Botswana then come with an arrangement, then they get 50% profit from the diamonds because then only see don't fall on, investor don't come, then tell the investor, and the investor be in the salon. The investor now be major shareholder na the diamond mining will be in the corner. What they call Sierra Leone Selection Trust, SLST. The beers consolidated. They went to Botswana and the people told them, this, we want a share per annum. They say, well, we're not going to invest. So they say, yes, we'll go invest. And the people of Botswana then decide, say, then they invest in the mining. And they are having 50% share. We in Sierra Leone, if they say, let's Sierra Leoneans begin invest, now 2-3 clowns them, hustlers, and then go grab, then create barrier. We don't put this yonder, then they go take dirty money, drug money, and then kind of money they then can put shareholder in this mining company. Create a public market, a public capital market. When I've been there in Sierra Leone, every Saturday, me and late Eunice Asise, Alaji Eunice Asise, Aoko, we've been there go na SLBS, TV and radio, where they talk about the need for make we create a capital market, a stock exchange. We use the Osusu for explain to people them how stock exchange could help we. At some point, that maybe not left for now, he started it. They started it. But it collapsed along the line because people are not interested. We say the people are for take interest by we own business. Electricity, we can solve them if we're all ready for investing them. Ethiopia, they're almost completing the largest dam in Africa. The money for that dam, most of them come up from the Ethiopians inside Ethiopia. All man put in penny, say, Lord, build this now for we all. And when that dam go begin work, the electricity they generate, not of free, and they pay for them at the end of the year, they account for the money. All man been put in penny, they get you on dividend. We get laws them na Sierra Leone, where they been create them because they wanted to create certain advantages, like the National Electricity Act of 2017. This now a follow-up to the act where then create 2011, where change what will be they call Electricity Corporation into what you will get so today. EDSA and this other institution we will not talk about. I wouldn't say electricity, all man, they are like EDSA. But EDSA, their own duty now for distribute electricity. The one that would generate electricity, the Electricity Generation and Transmission Company, EGTC, nobody know they talk about them. Nobody. In all this talk about electricity, about cow power or goat power, how they call them, nobody know they talk about the power generating. In all these discussions about electricity, we are supposed to have a National Power and Water Commission. We're not there for regulate them things here. Nobody know they talk about them. Do we really mean to make Sierra Leone? Because you cannot be creating institutions where for do the proper work, you take them, you starve them, then you focus on one side because now they the money they. Everybody is focused on the EDSA because it's EDSA that is doing the distribution. And because now then they do the distribution, now then the money they can't do. EDSA then job now for collect the money and pay. That's how then they generate electricity. It's not within their legal mandate. These are some of the things where una politicians and they explain to una. Some of them may not know these simple facts. Because as far as me concerned, I see a lot of functional illiterates in politics in Sierra Leone. They claim to be educated, but they don't know a thing. If they know self, they don't know how to explain them in simple terms, let the ordinary man understand. The law where they make 2011, the Electricity Act of 2011, now in then turn National Power Authority into two different companies. One where they collect all the electricity where they generate. Now then they responsible say, okay, boy gets 1 kilowatt dam, or boy gets 1 kilowatt windmill where they supply electricity with. Now they take them from them. We they sell them to EDSA. EDSA, they distribute them to the users them. Users, they pay to make EDSA distribute to them. EDSA may be receiving monies, but EDSA is not generating electricity. The one that generates electricity, the Electricity Generation and Transmission company, EGTC. I've never heard Sierra Leoneans talk about that part. And I know say that institution that they exist. Then with EDSA, then for work. EDSA get you on side for collect the money, give the power, then he pay to EGTC. EGTC now then duty for make sure say all the different people there where they put power, then get the money. All the time when they about cow power sheep. Cow power sheep, now EGTC them for the deal with, not to EDSA. If then they deal with EDSA, that is legally wrong because you don't go against the law. The laws of 2011 and the law will then be amended in 2017 for allow for private suppliers then, because this amendment will they make so this 2017 amendment to the 2011 now for amend certain sections. Section 11 of the 2011 Act will allow for private participation in the electricity generation. Any of we can come together, we form a company, we go, we generate electricity, we sell to EGTC, EGTC sell to EDSA, EDSA supply and get them well, then they get the money. I'm sure. And I'm sure that system can be made efficient because it's almost electronic, if not 100% electronic. But it can be made very efficient where nobody know the thief, nobody. So whatever EDSA sell, then able pay to EGTC, EGTC for able pay, you already supply the power. My question now is, this car power ship situation, we seem for they go round and round and round and round and round. What is the role of EGTC in it? Because not the hear about EGTC. All ten heads how they talk, but because una politicians, they're not the inform una. Rather than then give una the correct information and they lie pa una. Una get a bunch of liars. Well, then the best act now for lie. The laws are there, it's clear. Then we suppose forget this Sierra Leone Power and Water Supply Commission. Who are the members of that commission? What are they doing to correct the situation? Instead of we make the commission specialized and professional so that they will come out with a plan of action we will make in the next decade. We will supply electricity to the last village. Now it don't become a political game. Everybody they fly up and down. And then they talk to investors. Sierra Leone is pathetic. Those of us who claim to be educated, we are pathetic. Very useless, idiotic set of people. All of us. We really no want to see we country develop. We only want for the share and they so that we go deep our small games then our corner with the blindfold we self say we are the chosen few. Because God is stupid like us to choose some people, then he make the majority suffer. We can electrify Sierra Leone, but we need two things. One, proper and clear policies. Two, honesty and transparency. If we not put something and they in place, some of us have the power. We'll not get the money, but we'll get the power for mobilize resources. and una go see things begin working at that country. And we not do them because we want to make money for go pull on a stupid game we call politics. Some of us are not interested in politics. If I was, I would have gone for presidency. I'm not. I'm interested in the transformation of Sierra Leone and in a sober and structured society. It's not everybody who wants to transform a place that should be in politics. Some of us would rather do it in the private sector because it's a win-win situation for everybody. Yes, Bafode, welcome, sir.
Good evening again,
How are you, sir?
Jalo. I'm fine. Thank you very much for Sidona. Yeah, you did spend your time for the give this kind of lectures. And look like today is centered around electricity and
Water supply.
water supply.
There are
You
two
see, I'm
things
not
and they're not for scarceness alone.
like say I not see the topic about that, so I don't know them. First, I go one thing you see. You talk about powerhouses in Sierra Leone, the noisy. I don't know the one the way we see, but as a small man growing up to what they sell na Makini, Maburaka,
Mm-hmm.
the powerhouses were so quiet. Big generators, them, but they were
Them
quiet.
Blackstone, I mean, they make nice for
No, I don't know about the Blackstone where you talk about too.
Then we get
If
power station, power machine them. If you go
mm,
Kintom, I don't know if they don't pull all day, but you go meet some of the carcass then they. Big
Mr.
generator be they use that black oil. Aya.
Mr. Jalo, the one I tell you this, the one that we've been there, I don't know if not big, they're not big,
Well,
because
they
we know
been
the end.
change them really around the late 70s, early
Uh-huh.
80s. There was
Yes,
a
well,
gradual change. Then begin out new set of generators,
yeah, but I
and
mean,
they were more quiet.
I
But the
will sell
original
kerosene.
Blackstone, they're noisy.
Yeah. And if now if it's a bit, who know it's a bit
Just go ask anybody, see that Blackstone generator. Now they half a mile away the area.
No, the one who been get particularly the me then 2 ton I call so I be dey sell kerosene na makeni sometime the where they pass na powerhouse a big building it been quiet. The one Magorka then I be dey go sell some I go dey sell Magorka so then 7 o'clock now I had to turn back from Magorka for turn back.
Well,
So
you been get your babbing for waka from Agboka to Makeni. It's not too far, but not distance. It's about
now
5 miles, no?
no now 15 miles.
15 miles. I look at.
Yeah. We the waka for go sell, but we dey turn back
You don't tell where the hustle. Papa, you don't tell where the hustle. You're not man.
I, I also see that na university I stop. I say na it looks like for stop.
But now if I begin,
No, because what you make
what you
I
be
be
the do
bitch.
so? Now the foundation you be the lay.
I not depend on somebody from age
Now
11.
now you for begin.
Yes, from age 11, Mr. Dallo, now I get me financial independence from age 11.
And that's good.
Where I did from one, now I get the financial independence. Where be say they no give me lunch, they no give me lunch,
Now
they
you
no
go
give me
hustle.
nothing. At the commerce school,
Osai able sell wood, you sell.
exactly. I dey sell all thing. Me don't say so. I be the powerhouse and the why they go sell me. I dey sell all thing. Why they tell you say all thing? We would sell. We antique come up panguma. You know panguma na kenima. Usa then
Mm-hmm.
go say then.
Osai
We ka
that some mill been there.
yes na income begin dey make sell per my own way they sell them. We
Okay.
dey help am for sell. A car with again other business where they sell then we then make an amende line. Then they make the casada and the petete, then get with and they make it sell. So all of those things mean say well even tell go sell kerosene. Now I've been with the past at powerhouse. The powerhouse was quiet.
I
Especially
think
cities,
now
then
the
it was,
second generation of powerhouse that you been a talk about so now.
yeah, I think so, because they're quiet.
Because the
Because,
Blackstone, them in noise and Blackstone, now one generator, most of the upline tongue them been get. Now Freeton them
yeah,
been get, I think four. Now King Tom.
yeah,
Then Blackhall Road, now be steam turbine. Falcon Bridge done by City Council, then say been get Blackstone. Then tell been they go make telephone call na slet. Outside that telephone company been there.
yeah.
You dey, you dey the generator, they beat you, they feel away, they shake the gun. I mean big machine them.
uh,
For make them what he said you know been they work there, pass they use step.
mm.
I been big machine them at the tell you what so. Their machine
So,
them the way they bug for repair them now weeks then they take. But them they alternate them in a way if one bug, two or three go they work. You understand?
mm, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they use that heavy black oil.
See,
But what
it,
in at the point is, Pafode,
yeah.
yes, we will say all those things, but at that time, the time where some of we go school, I want the people that know. Take to the time where I done university, everything was okay in Sierra Leone. Before I
Mm,
started working as a graduate, now 120 leons them they pay me as monthly wage. That 120 leons I dey pay me rent, I get food money, I get other thing, then I dey save 40 leons.
mhm.
From the tell them take them bookman, then give them minister post. And then begin thief the money. They are lucky the country. Now then they
They,
knife and people and say Nashaka Steven thief the country. Yes, he help them for thief. Now they all thief. But they all thief and most of them they today. Then Sidom na Freeton they make big man. Most
now,
of them they.
yes. You know,
They
me to me,
ruined our country by design.
most of the things in back way, people are not able to make capital on their own. They don't know, see, there's a lot of money out there. Now, make foreigner, they come all parts of the world for Canada salary.
Money not to where they exist before they.
No, well,
What you
and
I know like take it wrongly. What you they say
oh,
now
okay,
they
okay,
support.
I get you now.
Money is created.
Yes,
That hustle will be the hustle. You not been get money, but you created money. Not so?
yes, sir.
Money is
Y-
something created. And you they only create them when you get trust of other people.
You know,
That
like,
lafidi or pemanwo na be they go sell. If people are not been trust them, now they cook them for nothing. Nobody know they buy.
yes,
Not so?
yes, yes, yeah.
Like
You,
electricity, not what people
yeah.
then want. If we can get a government where they build trust, me and you, we able to mobilize Sierra Leone and say, boy, look, can allow put $50 every month into this bank account so that we go use that money for buy generators or build dam or other things. Let people then get electricity. We then get the electricity, then they pay. We go they get to money. We here done all man they make profit, they get dividend. But that can only happen where there is trust.
and and before first I did lost with thought. You talk about utopia before I come to this way you talk no.
Sorry, I did
That
cut you
that
off.
I think say that dam be done wrong because now they will get fetch over
And now
into
that dam bring that fat.
with
That
Egypt.
dam, I bring that fat inside Ethiopia. Now on the hand game.
Yeah. So then we don't done that because now 1,000. I want to talk about another time because my friend again now Ethiopian.
Okay.
I want now 1,500 megawatts of dam.
And
So
that
then
is
get them.
enough to supply the whole of Sierra Leone.
Yeah, more than enough. The thing here is why I mentioned them.
Mhm.
All come as a result of a national development plan.
Yes. And the people
Where
then
the,
get a unified mind, not left
yes,
right.
no, all part of the governance system. Now make them get
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Because if you get this kind of system, we'll get a saloon where 80% or 90% now other people them, the other 10% they shape all the other tribe them, they work so. Ethiopia, then they form a government of national unity.
Every
Where they,
district, every tribe get a voice now.
say I didn't have I know say Nigeria been get that system in place. I don't know that too.
Then get now then they operate on so.
Now only this man, I want can broke him. This Tinubu. Now I know about him.
Now then they operate on. That's
Even
when
when
Nigeria divide itself into states then. That was the system they put in place. Within the states, every sector of the state get your own governance system. Now 3-level or 4-level decentralization then in Nigeria.
I mean the national budget. I mean government and
then get
agency.
quota away for go to each area.
Like we didn't say like when we appoint na saloon, the IG na the same tribe with the military, the
Now Nigeria
anti-corruption.
then gets law against
Nigeria
that.
in all day. Now
Kenya
only this
back get
president.
that.
Yes. Now only this president I don't broke that tradition. Now make them count up. There's even Buhari in government about because they get it who say police make police military anti-corruption then agency they need no more EDSA or
Nigeria the
waiting.
army alone, most branch they.
Mhm. So then the Buhari it come to a point, say that Igbo them anti-government and so then say them forget their state. It come to a point that then get the majority for the appointment them. Can you imagine that? The man they would first say they want to come out of Nigeria. That they may get the
And
largest
trouble some
appointment there.
people and they will
Yeah.
fumble
So
them.
yeah. So, so I count the way say if we not get a national development plan, all of this which you talk is possible. And again, India again, that man who been died last year, that former prime minister, that Singh guy, that Sikh guy. One BJP man, I mean, they celebrate him even we die. The man, the way they against them, they say Modi today, if you enjoy, now that man, I make that development plan. They will tell me, he say, one person we believe in Modi, this BJP, I don't know if you know in Indian politics. BJP, now they Modi day, that party day. And you get the Congress, where in a form of socialist in India.
They are.
Yes.
But
So
Modi
that,
na tribalist.
yes, then they call themselves the Hindu extremists them. Now then that's all people in the name there, now Hindu extremists. So the person we believe in the BJP, now they tell me say, imagine who not alone, where that president pass, the other one say that man not do nothing. Then one party man then talk say who prime minister they enjoy because of in predecessor in plan we put. He said that man
Yeah,
can
because
put.
they understand what in continuity mean by government.
Yes, he say which in India they challenge China so right now for economic development. He say now that sink guy, now he make that plan. So when he die, now he just celebrate as a national hero.
When?
Because they then talk say the education we can learn in England. Now that China know what that man do. They say it benefit India.
We own country where some
We
people
now
die where they celebrate, say it
Yeah, no,
don't
what
go.
we now, where that Mr. Jalo, he believes in that then they are no say, even one hospital been there, say they can build a pediatric hospital na Akin Aman Road.
Yes.
They say just opposite.
The one
APC
in
been begin and
satellite hospitals, the way they've
yeah,
been built in
yes,
the 80s. One day
yes.
Rokupa, one day King Ama Road.
No, I don't know if not they, but they talk then they are say one of the hospital in the APC be deep and bill am. Where some people come, they abandon that building, they not spend money pa,
But
then
then
go
a
build their
common
own.
thing, a salon. A common
So
thing.
even the road, see that Kamakwe road, they make APC, they abandon her. They don't spend money, they abandon them. We don't have a
And you know the
development
other
plan.
thing?
Yes, sir.
All them roads and the way then they abandon so, then they go side by side with roads, them way then they take up today. Like that road to the bridge, na Mano River.
Mm,
That road project been there on at the time we then take power in 2018. As a matter of fact, that road day, now rehabilitation take place there. Because that road was first constructed between 1969 and 1970, before Guinea, Salone, and Liberia start the Mano River Union. The first things they would have been do, they may construct roads that will connect the countries them. That Mano River Bridge, at that time them Bilam. The company we Bilam na a German company, the name Philip Holzman. I not go ever forget that company name, because you been get Waman Abu, you been get Philip Holzman. Philip Holzman
mm,
had them take that road from Bo right down through Pujaun to the Mano River Union. Then you been get another company we been take the road from Port Loko through Cambia for go join Guinea. Guinea
okay.
then say make the you take Canada the border. That was part of the agreement for the Mano River Union, and at the same time, it was part of the project we still they go on, where other parts they don't do their own properly. That Trans-Africa Highway.
Yeah. So at the time for just talk say,
Mhm.
Salon will only go before we will get this national development plan where nobody no one make them. For like, even Ghana, say this president too, he don't commission projects the way the other man don't start. And they talk and back. Oh.
Yes, yes.
See,
In
so
midterm.
this yes, he dey talk am back say this is the start to year,
Yeah,
e don't come finish.
yeah.
When now every including Agnes Kuruma, he makes something today, call Tijanga by name dey o. And now this one
I
back na the
don't
same
tell you
thing.
before they say we the book commander now not the problem. I
Yeah,
don't
now.
tell una say we the book commander we all na idiots them. But na if you say na cause I want cause, not to cause. That's the fact. The intellectuals of Sierra Leone are responsible for the backwardness of that country. We get for begin behave better. We ought for be ashamed.
Mr. Jalo back, me I dey see say despite being intellectual, I think say now the one wey dey carry into politics where they no get before they come to politics, they no get nothing, na they
But na
depend.
intellectuals, them being an intellectual not mean say you rich, but you get
Yeah,
knowledge. And that knowledge you
yeah.
for use them for the benefit of your society.
As I tell you this now, we have finished Form 6. Now we all go apply for teach. See them say go teach for 1 year, then they
Mm.
pay you. So but when they teach, they wait for 2, 3 months or 6 months before they pay you salary. Me where my friends then I teach 1 month, 2 months.
You know, see better. Now say la go sell granite.
Now I say, now go drag. I come out day.
I
I
see
don't
with you.
I don't
You know
believe in these
I'm
things.
trouble.
No, I believe say capital, it can make it on its own.
Money
It can
is
make it.
created. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
But this kind of thing, they go in at politics. Okay, if tomorrow then draw that chair, if I don't, it passes, if I don't grow, get no other way.
Most of
You
them, when
know,
they go into politics, now make after politics, then they come back to zero. And because they are
yes,
where I say then they come to zero, that's why when they are in politics, then they do everything for steady
all the wrong
at the
things.
detriment of the nation.
Look, Mr. Jala, look what it happen right now. You dey talk about this electricity. Then they say today, Kando don't go Conakry for go negotiate.
For waiting.
And for making them give you electricity.
Who side and the passer?
No, wait was.
Who
Because they
side
get
and the
the
passer?
because they get line, we in a CLSLG, something like that line, we it pass.
A
They
kind size
when
salon?
yeah, CSLG pass now. Kenny my stop. I think Kenny my
Or that West
and
Africa power pool?
yes, yes,
But
yes.
that West Africa power pool, it connects to all Sierra Leone.
No, no, now they say it tap now the southeast. I think that they tap
So
and
what is the benefit of that?
so no, because the thing
Because
is
what in maker they ask you this, sorry why they cut you off, sir.
mm,
Right now, na Freetown they suffer the most dark blackout. If you they go negotiate na Guinea for electricity, It's as if you are going to negotiate so that Freetown will have electricity. But where is the connection? Where is the grid that will supply between
the name
Guinea
I
and
tell you say
Freetown? This is
CSLG,
gaslighting. Now, this thing they call gaslighting. Then they gaslight the people, them, raise their hopes, when in fact they are doing nonsense.
and the same man sit down now State House, we come on America, he dey go talk say, oh, the like oh, he get back in other man na Morrison na America back or Canada, then the praise can they say, oh, na Sido, you don't go find the solution. And not today. Now I see news drop say Japan want support we for $20 million for electricity. Mr. Jallo,
What
if you
in
go
that
na Guinea,
$20 million? What he able to
they,
generate?
they don't know they don't know what's electricity. So I tell
Even that MCC would be they make noise, but that 400 million. The best 400 million can do for generate power in Sierra Leone. If we want to continue with diesel electric, it may buy 2 or 3 or 4 generators. If we want to do mini hydro dams, it may construct maybe 5 up to 8 10 megawatt stations using this new technology where they make in Belgium. You suppose for know about that technology, that vortex technology. Like Belgian company and then start them. Now you don't they spread all over the world.
I've see that about today.
Where they not they build dam. Now the water, now then they put in a canal, them give them a gradient, let the water run with speed. The blade they team up with the tongue. And they make them such that if fish or other things then can and they pass. When the water don't turn the blade, they go back inside the river. So like the rivers will get in a Sierra Leone, we can find a way outside the gradient good. We build 2 or 3 of them vortex technology dams then they each producing 50, 100 megawatts. If we get grid then put on there. Maybe that 400 million would have done that. Well, I say maybe because for all I know, if MCC had given that money, they were going to dictate what they were going to do with the money.
Yes.
So
No,
before end up not for profit we much. With all the
what
big
me
noise. Now gaslighting then they do. Now gaslighting now make a country now they go before.
what me I know all of this year. I don't know. I'm long term. Say Marabio is not a good manager. Marabio when again this country for 10 more, 20 more years, nothing will change to for the better because you don't know what's in
Maybe
management.
don't tell
You
them from 2018. Then
if
drag
you go
then drag
if you
me now
go
one group for that. Why do I care? I don't
Mm.
care.
So look, if you go to Guinea, say they go negotiate. Now this ship it didn't as alone. It don't give electricity for 7 years.
But even
You don't
that
trust
ship
me.
before they not economical.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mr. Jalo, get the point.
I get your point.
I know say, economical, for daily, polluting and everything.
That ship they almost they don't pay them from the Tewe Canton now. I swear to
Yeah.
God,
So
if
no,
I don't construct several mini hydro dams now,
they
Sierra
say
Leone.
$300 million, then they don't spend by the ship.
That
That's the
should
talker.
have constructed about 5 or 10 mini hydro dams, hoping for
He,
produce more power than the ship they provide with.
he passed them because if they say they pay $5 million per month, if you check that in 7 years, he passed that amount. So they say, then they go negotiate. So they're like, okay, what they want to do, they want to stop for because the FCC don't no go pay. If they not pay them, they can't go to court.
I'm
They want to
gonna
go start.
breach of contract.
They want to go start na Guinea. Okay, now they go buy it from Guinea. So the debt will accumulate now. Yeah, will not they pay them. That's what they're thinking.
But that debt way
Mm.
that buy way they go buy from Guinea. How effective is it economically? Because
I know.
power, not to ego trip, power supply now an economic service. Supply to areas, one, we need them for do production, two, we get the capacity for pay for them. If you take and go put in a Buedo and then place them, they almost industry they not them place. Let we ask, almost industry they.
Yeah. As I say, you go start something. That means about maybe in 2 3 month time and 4 month time, you will not begin to owe back Guinea
Yes.
because
Because
you
the
know
same
suppose
way they go supply, they not get the capacity for pay for the
and
service.
now because they say not believe for pay. The official when they get service no more, then turn them back them. They don't believe in say they get for pay. Okay. Instead of now the people they ask una so they ask una for 30%. When I say no, the 30% only pay them, when I go start other
They
side.
don't know nothing.
So at the time for talk am, if Mr. Diallo, if you don't make sure say the debt servicing don't go up to 60%, before the wage bill it pass the debt servicing.
You know,
The debt
another thing
servicing,
we get to people and for understand before they, because I know say you understand that.
yeah,
In the economic world, when you owe somebody debt, then get international debt collection
yes,
institutions.
mm-hmm.
And then debt collectors, yeah, if then take the debt care and go to them, one, then they put interest on the money. Two, for every month where you know they pay, the money they grow. If you begin for pay
Diallo,
10 million, you not pay say 1 year, 2 year, that money go down to 60 million.
Mr. Diallo, nobody know the way nobody down the passport you come on Belgium.
It is all
Belgium,
over Europe. Even
no,
we
no,
now will get
it
and they
they
call her
no,
incasso.
in Castle bureau. Now so them calling am. But at
Ah
the time
well,
for tell
so
you
now the
say,
same name.
yeah, at the time for tell you say, it in England na yeah,
Oh,
but
it
the
is all over.
inefficiency, not efficient like Belgium.
If I opposing in England, then they call me incasso. Electronically, they are going to force my bank for
Yes.
collect the money.
No, UK, like I had talk, UK
Mm-hmm.
they're not effective in those things.
Then I will get
But
in Africa.
yeah, Belgium, Belgium, where you get for pay somebody. Me once for them, one because I be get for pay the tax office.
Mm-hmm.
So I go make arrangement skip them. So then I one kind enjoy
Then
me
double the
Christmas.
money. They miss you. Then they give you 2 months for pay or 3 months.
Yes, I want to enjoy me Christmas. I just see them. I say,
Nice bill can.
no, they go got another job. Oh. They go
Ah
like the
well,
job.
they got time for me work money.
They got I say,
Ah well.
where
And
this
that's the
money?
other thing. That's the other thing about them. Anything na government to government, then get away for retrieve the money.
Yes, they're not a joke.
Like then
So
money will they go take outside. To God, when they don't care and go to Incasso they inform IMF, World Bank,
and
this, then they cut
remember
the
back
money
say,
they.
inside that contract where government sign so, it go they say, when you not pay, then they carry go na court, international court.
He did it. They not
But
care.
the minister sign. So if you go fee say you are going to pass a short court, say that's
Yeah.
stuff for pay,
Or maybe then
yeah,
if
what?
say na then cut na salon, then they talk about. Where then
Yeah,
they go make C2C.
yeah. You know, say you talk this about tax back.
Mm-hmm.
Say we know they pay tax. I think like saying that's why yeah,
Effectively.
effective. I just want to tell you, say,
Mm-hmm.
it might not be correct. The only thing way they in a salon,
Mm-hmm.
why you not go see the because we not get a huge tax base. But
Are you sure?
anything, yes, let me just say
Mm-hmm.
the thing where they run European economy is now the corporate tax.
The
Corporate tax,
corporate tax now one. The
yes,
other
no, I
thing
mean,
about European economies, they get a traceable system. Any money we transfer from one point to the other, they know exactly who is paying, who is receiving. And in
yes,
Europe, you don't have to be employed to be classified as a wage earner.
no, yes, no, not true. Because even when government give money, you they earn money.
Yes. That money the
So no,
government they give them, they pull tax there
I
when they
just
reach
want
certain amount.
I just want to expound on the tax. Why I say corporate tax now in the make
I know what you they talk,
economy.
but effectively, we not they pay
Yeah,
tax na salon.
yeah. No, I will come to no. We dey pay tax. I will come to that
We they
second tax
pay, but
tax.
not to direct tax, now mostly
No, yeah,
indirect.
yeah. No, indirect tax. But I will come to that day.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate tax, for instance, any company within a year, like England get the let me say one of the lowest corporate taxes them around Western Europe now. Now you see company they close now Belgium, France or Holland, it come now
Then
because they get
now hustler
yeah,
then, that's what then they
yes,
do.
because they get small. So let me say if it's at 3%, all the tax the way employer they pay now UK, it's cheap. They say na around 3%. Now employer they pay. Where Belgium, they go there then 40 something percent. They
I
say
think
na Scandinavia.
Belgium and Norway are the same system.
Now I want say then the Belgium they compare themselves always with the Scandinavian countries. They say that they get that kind of
Now we
similar
are the
taxes.
highest taxpayers
Yes,
on earth.
Scandinavia na they get the highest taxes in the world. But the inverse is Scandinavia get the largest welfare system.
The money goes back into the system.
Yes, they get the
And it's not
largest.
only about giving people money. Every 3 years, then they repair all the roads in Norway.
Yes.
Summer.
So yeah, I just put them in say where corporate tax huge. Like let me say na UK,
Mm-hmm.
you get all the supermarket and they pay corporate tax. All the employees and they pay corporate tax. Can you imagine the level of taxes where the kind inside the
Yes,
economy?
a lot of money.
What's alone?
Now
We
tax
get
they
that.
on the economies, yeah.
Yeah. Salon, okay, let me say the one is with the work. We know it's in a corporate tax. Then go learn na school.
Almost companies there on again as salon,
No,
they pay
no.
better
Low
tax.
system, low system, low system, then the low system will get few. But if not then few one, then they will not
Now the
able.
major companies they no more they pay.
Yes, no, the tax wouldn't they pay. No, I don't feel say na then put them classification say na corporate tax they pay. Oh. You dey pay, you get small things the way you pay, now they no more than they pay. Oh.
Then they
Okay,
pay
left down there.
corporate tax so.
Okay, no
Then they
left down
pay.
there.
When you
If we get
register a company in Sierra Leone, you get for pay corporate tax, you get for pay income tax for the workers. Other taxes then they then get
yeah,
boku tax, but effectively
okay, no,
now
okay, let me
big
come to the
companies then they pay them taxes
yes,
then they.
yeah. Let can get back Boku employees
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, 99 benefit is still okay. Now we come back, now we come to because if you for day, why are they talk so?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't hear it from government, how much they receive from Kwedu Holding,
Then
for
now
instance,
they
for the
tell you now the truth. Cause
corporate
they
tax.
only say they be done 174
No,
million.
then they wouldn't no, then they wouldn't put the jalo misinformation. Why? That money that the cumulative tax we they don't pay. Now na small money than they
Cumulative tax for almost year.
from when they open 2003, then and give it so. Because
Ah,
not the tax we them
that's
pay.
small money.
Yes, now the reality now they talk so. Reality is what they pay. Now they
Ah,
talk so. Now could you holding the only
royalty
product?
from 1992
Yes,
to now.
they even give the year them from when they force the first press release when
Because
they put.
Corridor started as branch energy.
Yes, I did talk say one of them first correspondents, they write and they say from this year to this year, Urongi 167. But now later they just say Urongi 167 million.
But
That's
who that you
misinformed.
go blame Panent in the for the
I
loss?
blame I blame the I blame Sierra Leone and them where they allow the institutions then they collapse.
You see,
Because
the important thing you can with so. If we really mean for the benefit from resources, this egoistic contract signing will move away from them.
from away from them.
Minister no get no business for go sign contract. We should have
No.
a specialized agency where now people that will study contracting, they know about mineral resources, then thing and they that them for they do contracting. That them for they
Yeah.
do if for be a teamwork. And before then they sign any contract, they should involve people whose lands are going to be used by these investors. The paramount chiefs, the chiefdom people, them. As a matter of fact, now we be say time not day, part of the about to go do them on Monday. Part of the new model when we they look at na Sierra Leone, we get to look at a cooperative system and partnership. The people that we get in land, let them get cooperatives and trust funds. Then any company they come, agriculture, mining, there should be a stipulated legal amount or percentage where they go to the people them for the land where they use. This leasehold nonsense law come off from them.
Yeah. So let me just continue again on that.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, okay, may we come to the indirect tax what the tax for talk about when the biggest one where everybody they pay now goods and services tax.
Nine are the most
Yes.
effective tax in
Yes.
Salon.
Yes. We always send money from abroad that we pay that tax day. Now the other time, Lima go sit down na station, they go argue with one
That money
person.
they pay now part of and they go to Salon.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, the one they would send even directly now the time for talk about
Now they
the
say,
bill.
now the same thing they say.
Yeah,
Them
yeah. So
sending fee, the sending
no,
fee where they pay. When the
no,
money reaches Sierra Leone, instead of they ask you for receiving fee, part of it goes as the
not
fee.
to that I talk about too. And they talk say if I send $100, then go receive, for instance, 2,400,000.
Mm-hmm.
That 2,400,000, I tell me they say when I go buy rest one bag.
They pay tax pandares.
So if they go buy that rest 1 million, they get 15% corporate tax
Yeah,
GST day.
yeah. And that
That GST
money
day,
back when they reach, a tax is paid by the distribution company, like Afro
yes, yes,
International, and they pay tax
yes. I know. I just want to talk
for
about first
every
the
amount where
indirect
they
tax.
receive.
The indirect tax we will only pay, we very huge to the government, now the GST.
Time.
So we they pay that money there, we they contribute effectively for let the economy stand. But the Lima goes to a station, they argue with one market woman, now the woman talks say we not taxpayer. Now he ask her, whose tax should they pay?
That market woman, they pay tax pass Lima.
No, because you don't understand, see, we
In
don't buy our
terms of
tax.
percentage, that market woman, they pay tax pass Lima.
Yes, you know, Lima no understand. See, when they say put tax, not to go pay that local because I know they say local
You know,
tax.
you
It's,
know, you know, Pafode,
it's a
I can tell now say book don't fail salon, but I not understand. And the
mhm.
failure of book, now una the issue. Alvin
No,
Toffler been talk and say the literates of the 21st century, to the one they were not able to read and write. Now the one they were don't learn, we're not able to unlearn the nonsense we they learn for relearn waiting correct. Now
no,
they affect
because
salon so.
yes, but what you then believe in a saloon? We then talk about paying tax. Then fishing at that local tax, then a tax.
Local tax or
Yeah.
income tax.
No, the local tax. What I mean, see, they give the tax people and say you pay 15,000 Leone,
I
we pay to
know that
the chief.
chiefdom tax.
Yes,
That now one,
people,
the
people.
other one back, that income tax, if you dey receive salary, what you they pay. Now
No,
that's mostly Sierra
I,
Leoneans they think as tax.
I just want to make and say
Mm.
that tax way, that local tax way they pay, that is not just a pinch. You don't get no much effect on your life
If that
not to,
local tax day,
because not to chiefdom authority
they
they pay
don't
'em.
call am tax no more, but it's like annual subscription. Like when
Yes,
you join club. You understand? What
yes,
you they pay to the club for membership?
yes. But no, they no can know. We don't just say me a taxpayer. I they pay tax here. But that GST, if we get an economy where people in the earn, for instance, $200 or $300, that money they then use them for consume goods and services.
Now, they
So
bring development.
all of that money back, they come towards the development of the country.
Bavode, I don't say I'm over and over that development is not buildings, streets, or
No,
cars.
yes,
It's the
me.
ability for the people for consume and produce goods and services.
Yeah, they don't
Now,
know
I make when
this.
they talk about standard of living. Standard of living, now the average between consumption and production.
L-
If you put
Let
them
me
in
just
simple terms, now that you mean.
link her now to the last one what I get for put.
Mhm.
We nah you talk about governments no dey for provide jobs. You know why would they say so?
Mm,
Would they say so because of the era where we dey right now?
mhm.
But the development of Europe, not to say start to
I know. Up to the
the development of Europe.
1970s, now governments
Yes,
have been the major
yes.
job
Now
providers.
the major job creators them
Yeah.
through intercommunal jobs them. I mean
And
them big.
to giving money for making them produce certain services like road
Yes,
construction, water
yeah,
supply, anything they now I mean they
yeah.
create jobs for people.
But today we how we want develop. We want just make a like we say begin for land for sidon. It begin creep. We creep. He land for tinap. He waka. He run. How they want do it in a saloon or Africa? They just want to grab one to run.
And not possible.
Then they don't want to follow the footsteps the way they follow for let the reach how they reach.
But
On,
I want come inside one step.
yeah, yeah.
Europe took long to develop because they took time to develop the technology, the systems, and the institutions. Now they have put in place the technology, the systems, and the institutions. Well, if we smart enough in Africa, we will take advantage of that. USA been take Europe 200 years for develop, they take we 50 years.
Yes, yes, no, I know, I get your point. But I just want to talk, see,
Mhm.
this just the accelerate to process, like I put and so.
Mhm.
But until and unless we harness the things them we easily available or readily available to we, so that we will produce
Bavole,
them thing in the yes, sir.
you know they develop outside your environment. Now I make work here people and they are like, oh, this now innovation where somebody assemble car in Africa. That rubbish then they talk. That car not to your environment you produce the parts from. We get things in Africa we can build where they give you the basic economic foundation, then we graduate into doing what other technologies have been doing. That was what China did. The Chinese
Yes.
started with local
All of it.
resources
We say
development.
okay, let me just say this. We say
Mhm.
China they so now they Europe they in 1945 after
Yes,
the war.
yes.
Now they China today they say you if you say na company private person. No, that through
Now the
government,
state,
all of these things. Then they put something when a manager or na get that company, and they run that company, then
now
call
on
and say,
behalf
oh,
of the state.
now it's part of state. And
And
that's so
when
Europe they
mistake with the money, they lost. So now no see again. They no killer.
say
They
that
go keep
look
an
at look at
account.
le- look at houses. Look at housing. This government, of course, this present government, they say they want build 1.5 million new homes. You know what that mean in jobs?
Those government.
The UK now, yeah.
Now jobs and they create.
They say in 5 years, they will build 1.5 million new
Now
homes.
jobs and they create, and that way they are circulating the wealth.
Yes, now
And
I
you
want
know
just
the thing we need for Meku people to understand is government able do them thing then they because they get the power of attorney and the trust of the people. If the UK government they talk about building 1.5 million houses, they don't readily have the money, but they get the trust and the guarantee for go to any bank, say I owe you, give me this money, and they pay you back where I begin get the money from the houses.
let
This
me
is the
just tell
kind
you
of
now.
trust where we governments and all they
No,
develop in Africa.
last time we don't talk about the central bank, not so.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest because the UK they borrow 10 to 15 billion every month from the central bank.
Well,
All of this expansion really happens soon at the economy.
now
Now
borrowing.
because then they go borrow to the central bank. So now
Yes.
make a talk say if Africa third world, then we don't miss the opportunity for let them strengthen their banking system. so that the central bank will do its functions the way we all go learn at
But
school.
me, you go na bank and they give you money. You know that.
Then they give we.
Also because we not sabi do thief or do. They say that if we give them money, then they come get power now.
So make it look at all of this there. It go and run all around, say then they give 20 million, 5 million.
A
No,
waste of time.
these people are borrowing more money than you. These people are even America. Then they had that plan where Trump make. They say it can expand debts substantially. That new plan we make.
Line budget.
Yes, no, they need the plan. Then they are we make where they scatter with the mosque.
And for the budget, and then the plan.
No, it lands on it give him a name. I don't forget the name right now. We did
Okay.
that. Yeah, yes. Now they can scatter because now a plan where Elon Musk, to land he been work for. See, then they can expand the debts again. Even if it's a debt, they can shrink, but the debt they can expand. So them the Europeans or the Western countries, the borrowing is very consistent. They very consistent. But the problem now is they are taking money from their central banks. They're not going for go no side, we will give the conditions. But we will weaken the banking system, we weaken the central bank. It just didn't know as a building for only one thing. Now for go print money. Now in the gets. Central bank not get no that junk function. Now for go print money. So now we would need money, pass will come out outside for go. Belgium, they know they go no
Up
side.
to 1970, no 1982, the Bank of Sierra Leone been the issue treasury bearer bonds, so me buy some. I don't know if they are still doing it. That's how you borrow money from the public.
If you say even we forget for us as a papa, say we all be get savings account. Oh, papa, they save for.
Yes.
I
The
don't
money
understand. We
then
know
they what the money are lacking as alone, I all lost.
because I forget for say one day we not talk about them savings and because all man be get saving
Who
book
be
where
get
papa.
them? Let me they put a penny aside na the bank. Me when I
Yeah.
begin work, I been they save 40 leons every month. By 1985, my money don't turn zero.
So you see, as we talk about what I talk say, if we get this model, follow we crawl, we waka and we run. If we not adopt this model, Africa will talk so they will go
Let's
no side.
just give an example.
Yes.
Norway get a sovereign fund when a $1.7 trillion, the biggest in the world.
Mhm.
Norway, with all that money we then keep, where then they make profit from, then get a total debt of $252 billion. That's 44.5% of the 2023 budget and
Oh, okay.
51.1% of the 2024 budget.
No, take the GDP.
The GDP, I mean, sorry, what
Yeah.
they say budget. The GDP. That amount of money we now we get as debt, we able to develop salon.
Yes. Mr. Del, okay,
And
forget
we
about that
able to
first.
raise that money within Sierra Leone.
Okay, no, forget about that first. The debt alone, we mother you don't take from 2018 to now. If we don't make substantial progress, if that money they will use that for capital, we'll take
But
them
the
as
man they
capital.
fly like a bird.
Yes. if we don't use that money, let me just make my last point now. Make we say it don't go matter we don't borrow up to $3 billion.
Yeah, about that.
Yes, because no, the clean one way borrow, he passed that too. The one way borrow first, this from the foreign debtors them, increase the loan them from 1.5 billion we meet, he left them to From 2022 now, we last get figures now 3.3 billion. Now see 2022. So now, what you don't be now this BNTM, instead of we get expansion in the foreign debt them, now that the internal debt them don't go more than five folds.
Because
Because what happen?
foreign people now they give again.
No, they don't give again.
They
So
don't
when they
tell
give
it.
it, when they give again, now make it balance. It balance to the unfortunate thing about Sierra Leone is people are dancing. When would they talk about how would they go into more problems, then they say we belong to the APC.
It's
Rubbish.
fine. Make ya, me they know.
No, no, boy, at least Mr. Jalo, you don't know. But if that man they try to give you some knowledge, why not say, wait a minute, let me stand for a while and see. This man, which he talks to, it makes sense, but say we don't borrow $5 billion, where all Salon man gave for pay $600 or so extra, what he don't give we in return. Wait, this is that $1 billion for let me just leave and for $1 billion.
The
Is going to cover
available figure where I see now,
yeah.
na 3.29 billion.
Now 2022. Now the time for
Now
change.
they
Now
say, Naim, and the per capita is about $374 per person.
per person. Yes. No, then the I give the example, see. Right now, so the internal
It
debt, they
don't
not
pass
pass
that.
that
It
three.
don't pass that.
It,
The internal
internal
debt
debt them.
don't reach you
You know
side.
one they be. You know one they be. This man a chief, now chief in mismanagement. This man also
But
manage
the
anything.
point at issue is, don't this guy have people around him who understand these things?
They
Won't they
understand.
find a way to tell him, sir, let us do it this way, this way? Them money then they always mad at you don't borrow. So if them been put say, okay, let us use part of this money for quick investment. Let's buy gold, we export them. You don't create an avenue for begin take care of the debt relief.
It's a law. Sierra Leone will never and Africa will never develop if we not take care of that tertiary industry. We will get put in within we. If
We
we
are
not take
not
because
business minded. That's a point
no
we have to
yes,
understand.
if for instance, let us say rest.
Mhm.
We all noting a rest. Na salon. We will only consume back, for instance.
Mhm.
Rest we plenty okay, now government don't can put power per rest production. Where somebody produce, let me say 500 bushels.
Mhm.
Now harvest. You know we will eat them. They're not going to use an in a salon. Why the local the traditional where I go from where I go university is the topic we get one thing we enter the economics department. Then get something they write. They call it term paper.
Mhm.
Which I be right on. Now you make a no thing in the now agriculture and land ownership. Now I write on. Now that I can no say where the British people be dey na salon. Even when they say Kono diamond mining, that chiefdom must produce rest for export.
Ghana
Now it
na a
makes
very
salon,
productive area in
yes,
terms
now
of
it makes salon
rice.
with the export rest. Okay,
Yeah, we begin
now see,
rice corporation.
yes, now if government put we today we people we causing the all we be in them villages them, then they can't sell rest every dry season. Them man and the all be because that in the rest production effective. But what did happen now? We dey talk about production, we say we call it machine there. We don't make it expensive. People are not going to use those machines.
You know what I go do?
Yes.
I will send you some documents. Monday I will discuss about agriculture and how for develop agriculture in Sierra Leone. We people them then they work hard. They don't need all this mechanization. Only thing we need now a structured policy we go make the people
Exactly.
then begin get benefit from the hard work.
And where governments they go take that the machine then They make sure say them put them readily available at a very, very cheap cost.
As a matter of fact, during the time of production, you can give the people those machines and everything with the engineers for work the machines on an
Yes,
IOU basis.
exactly. We would take away from their harvest.
Or if not, form a national rice production company, equip them for making able raise the funds, let get the machines. This rice production company, let go now the chiefdom them, organize the people them into chiefdom cooperatives with trust funds. Then the people provide the land and labor. Owner go into partnership agreement with them. Every year, if not 25% of the profits, they put on the trust fund for the people them. Whilst una they produce, the one they owe they work, pay them normal monthly wage. That begins to solve the problem in Sierra Leone. The people and they
Okay,
begin
tell,
see reason for take part.
and you go see where economic activity they increase.
Yeah, because agriculture get a lot of ancillary. Do your Monday log and discuss this, yeah?
Anyway, no,
Log
until
and
you don't say,
discuss this
no,
Monday.
left and
I
this,
will send
no,
you some documents then because it's a model I have thought about. I don't begin experiment with them, and I believe say that model Sierra Leone for use them. It's not about me, it's about Sierra Leone.
okay, well, no, left and now we go talk Monday then.
Okay, sir. So thank you for
Thank you.
calling. We go talk more.
You're
I will
welcome, sir.
send you the documents them over the weekend. Yeah. Do I just send me your email so I will send them there.
Okay, sir. Thank you very
Yeah?
much. I will send it right now.
Okay,
Bye.
sir. Yeah, so we'll talk on Monday. Okay, Fambul them, this has been an interesting conversation. And I tell all the Fambul them I do and thank you, welcome. Kakun, I don't know that get that name there. If people like you, they South America. Thank you for greeting me. Khadija, yes, true, but that's no problem. But we go change them. We go preach low left by that. We go preach the methods for left by that. Abu, good evening. Bafode, thank you, sir. Sankara, thank you, sir. Oh, that's again. Somebody else been there. I think he don't disappear up the line. Anyway, wanna thank you for listening, and we go continue. We will continue then monologue and dialogue here because me personally believe say then information are important for Sierra Leoneans for Yeri. Then information now then get for make we begin understand say okay, it will be to our advantage if we work together. And other information go able make we begin put we politicians them under control because they don't put themselves in the position of demigod. And in demigod status, then they do all the nonsense. If una make una self demigod, una for do thing correct. If una not dey do am, then una come down to level law they talk. Then una learn from we. Una thank you. We go meet back on Monday. I wish everybody a nice weekend. And do ya una share the video. Una share the video. Let go far and wide. This is not about me. It's about Sierra Leone. These are the kind of ideas for the past. Let people know. As a matter of fact, I've been get several slides them, but unfortunately, I'll not be able to play them today. So anybody who wish for see them slides, then I go gladly send them to you. Let you look them, you make your observation and comment. This is about 5-year plan on how we can develop electricity. This is not a guesswork. Now something where I don't do research on. This other one is about 10-year plan for create electricity to the last sector of we society. This also, anybody who want time, I will send them to you, because these are things that we need to begin to look around and see how we can do them. Not a government one go able to do them here. But if they don't know, say, this possibility they for do them, then I think, say, we can sit down, we begin talk how we go do them. PPP, whatever, because alone, on elect terminology. All man, they talk about PPP, BOT. It started in Scandinavia. Now then begin BOT. Then they build something, they operate them, then pull them profit, and teach you now for run them, then commodity. And then now they'll take more than 15 years for do that. Una thank you. We go meet on Monday. Una get a nice weekend.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.
Oh no, who go speak for the voiceless? Oh yeah. The system they broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress. Mama cry for the picky where them put to rest. These streets they red like the sunset. Oh yeah. Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.